So, the third element of the charter comes. Auroville wants to be the bridge between the past and the future. Taking advantage of all discoveries from within, from without and from within, Auroville will boldly spring towards future realizations. We take up everything that life has offered us as an experience and vivify it with the breath of the Spirit, of this deeper unity that already exists within us. And then it has a new meaning. Sometimes, as we proceed, a form becomes hardened. It begins to become rigid. It begins to suffocate. And eventually, it cracks from this pressure. The pressure to be free. And it cracks because it had hardened, it had lost the vivifying spirit. And we don't mind breaking it because we were never bound to the form. We create new forms or we allow new forms to emerge. As long as they are supported by that spirit within. And so, another characteristic of Auroville is discovered that nothing is fixed. Nothing is static. There's no arrangement that we can say, now we have done it. Nothing is ever done. Nothing is ever finished. Everything is continuously progressing, continuously changing, meeting at each step the reflection of the collective consciousness, the state of the collective evolution. And yet, even as all these forms may change, one thing is constant. The base on which we are here. The goal to which we are growing. The foundation on which this whole experiment is based. That is constant. It changes only in the form of its expression. Rather, it takes up forms, uses them to manifest itself more and more progressively. In a sense, one can say the success of Auroville will be measured by the extent to which this deeper unity already present within can actualize itself in the forms of life of Auroville. That's how we will measure the success. That's how we will measure the growth. Has that taken place in the last 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 2 years? And then you judge for yourself. Has it taken place within your individual life, in your immediate collective life? And you judge for yourself. To the extent that it has taken place, the ideal that Auroville represents is more and more actualized. Now this brings us to the core of this effort itself. How can we actively, consciously actualize it? And it is this process of actualizing this deeper truth which has been traditionally called yoga. The systems of yoga represent various specialized means by which this deeper truth has been actualized. Or let's look at the whole problem from several angles. Actualize your deepest truth, your deepest aspiration, what you have been seeking when the baby was born, and which is now conscious in yourself as a thought, as an ideal, and actualization of oneself. That's one way of looking at it. Or look at it another way. Where are you going to? What you are seeking as a goal, as an end result, the direction to which you're growing, to actualize that, actualize the future into the present. Which is still the same thing, because the goal is precisely that which is deep within you, not yet fully manifested, seeking manifestation. But there are two ways of looking at it, and depending on whether your consciousness is more extroverted or introverted, you prefer looking at it that way or this. It doesn't matter. But we will take it that the two are identical. So, how do we actualize that which is within us? How do we manifest the goal that we seek? How do we unite ourselves with our truth, with the divine? So the word yoga itself means to unite. Unite the individual with the divine consciousness, unite the outer with the inner, the lower with the higher, and they all mean the same thing effectively. Each is a different starting point of experience or effort, but the end result eventually represents the same thing. Unless we can actively, consciously support this process, the actualization of the Auroville ideal will be necessarily slow and painful. It is certain what Auroville represents is already achieved in a certain sense on a spiritual level. And so the goal is certain. But how fast will it be? How easily will it be? That depends on our conscious participation. So someone asked Mother, after the supramental has descended, has manifested, they said, Mother, you had promised that everything will be done now. Where's the change? The trees are still the same, the weather is still the same, I am still the same. So Mother said, wait another 1,000 years and then you'll see. They asked, where is the new species? She said, wait another 1,000 years. In evolutionary terms, 1,000 years is extremely short. It takes millions of years for some new limb to evolve. Here is something dramatic, a new species appearing within 1,000 years. It's very short. And it will happen. The point is, we have a choice of participating in the process. It will take 1,000 years if we do nothing. And it will be a painful 1,000 years. Because evolution, life itself, will hammer away at all the resistance within us. But the moment we consciously open and dissolve those barriers, even remove consciously the ossified forms and bring forward new forms, or vivify the ossified forms with the deeper truth, well, it's a rapid change because you're malleable, you're plastic to the evolutionary need. So 1,000 years painfully, or something much less. We can't speak in terms of time. It can be 1 year, it can be 20 years, it can be 100 years, doesn't matter. Whatever it is, we realize rapidly, joyously. That's the only difference. The choice of conscious participation joyously. That opportunity she has created in forming Auroville. Short-circuiting the many thousands of years of human painful evolution, here with a few aligned to the ideal. That's why we are here. So let's go back to our motivation in coming to Auroville. Why did we come here? What is it that drew us? Something of the ideal it represents? Something of the atmosphere that is established here? Or something I can't give form to, maybe I can't describe it, but something deep inside that resonates with the truth of Auroville. Doesn't matter what. Link yourself to that. Link yourself to that every day, consciously. Because there is the key of your own conscious evolution. Yoga.
Salut d'Auroville à tous les hommes de bonne volonté. Sont conviés à Auroville tous ceux qui ont soif de progrès et aspirent à une vie plus haute et plus vraie.